this episode of GoodEnough Motorsport. Give me fuel. Give me fire. Give me that which I desire. So today I shall be installing the new distributor cap and distributor rotor on the 4AG. Now I've decided to go with Toyota items because I wanted to go on the cheap at first, eBay, and there was a set rotor and distributor cap for about $100 Canadian shipped. Okay, smashing deal. But now it's been what, 3 weeks and I still haven't gotten this, while being what, $50 more, arrived within a week. Sometimes it's worth questioning if a bargain is really worth, the few extra dollars. Because this arrived so quickly, it was worth the extra money. But these things are quite unpredictable. And if you're wondering why I have the car jacked up so high, well, an impromptu broken engine mount has caused me to examine the engine bay only to find it, and it's now repaired, painted, and drying off at the moment. So I'm using the minutes within minutes, to quote Twins to Garage, and doing this while I wait. So as usual, we may begin with the obvious, which is pulling off the plug wires. And thankfully, Toyota was smart enough to label everything so that I don't fuck it up. They really made it dummy-proof. The bolts holding the cap to its housing? I'm not sure what to call this. But yeah, the bolts holding it down are quite small. They're 8mm. And of course, during the reassembly, it would be unwise to over-tighten them, as one could easily crack the plastic housing. So off it is, and we can somewhat see this one here and this one here really were the most worn down of the four. It was running fine, but we had a bit of a problem at some point where the car would crank but not start, and my father and I kept digging through here, and we noticed those, the distributor cap and the rotor, they were a bit worn down. So though it was not a problem, we both agreed that changing them out would be wise. You would think that being this many episodes in, you would think I'd know, always take the proper tools for the job, but I rarely do. You really made it idiot-proof. I feel attacked. And you will notice there's a bit of a nub here that slots into, well, a slot on this crank here, and there's only two holes. There's only two holes that this can actually bolt into. I really cannot screw this up. Want to see how I do? This box here contains the rotor. Okay. Sketchy vibes, but I'm a sketchy guy, so I probably don't have room to talk. I thought this would simply just be all gold. But if you compare, this is the used one, this is the new one. There is an obvious difference, of course. this is how I could fuck it up. Tightening, again, don't want it too tight, but rather snug. Now for the distributor cap. Like I said, we assumed that the two lower points were worn down quite a bit, but come to find out, they're actually meant to look like that even when new. So, well, it really wasn't that bad. Then again, nah, really, I'm looking at it side by side with the new one. It really wasn't that bad. But the one investment I have made with this is peace of mind. Again, not super tight, just nice and snug. I'm gonna give it just a wee bit of a tug. Nothing crazy. Don't want to crack the plastic on it. If you look here, well, it is upside down, but we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. And whoever installed those ultra wires, sparkling wires, was nice enough to also label them. I really don't have any way to screw this up. They thought poorly of me when they had no idea I was going to buy this. There we are. That wasn't so bad. That's just about a 15-minute install. Not even. 10 if you're not filming and talking to yourself like a lunatic. Who said that? So, an issue you may not have known about this car or this engine ever since I got it running out on the street in the wild, it seems to have a bit of what I call a lean spot, where between 35 and 4,000 RPM the engine goes wailing, and in lower gears you can kind of feel it like stalling a bit, like it's not happy. I suspect it is the injectors, like they might be dirty or something, but I've heard a theory it might be like capacitors or something in the ECU, which given its age is also a valid theory. It may be that, but I don't know. So what I've got here is a set of used, of course, silver top injectors, but 20 valve injectors. I'm given to understand are all the same. Silver top, black top, doesn't matter. So I'm gonna clean these out with an ultrasonic cleaner with some seafoam solution, and we'll slap them in, see if it changes anything. So now to give you a before visual of what the car feels like now, before cleaning the injectors. So here goes. So second gear, partial throttle. Oh sure, now it doesn't do it. Third gear, look at the air-fuel ratio gauge. It's kind of unhappy at the moment. Oh, see that? Let's replicate it. Now I'm off throttle, that's why it's showing just 3 dashes. 3500, very partial throttle. Into 6. So as you can see, it's going into the 15, 16s, even 17s at times, which is very, very lean. Not very dangerous at the moment, but the engine is still not happy. And if I floor it, it doesn't do it at all. So yeah, I'm still scratching my head about that. So in order to access the injectors, there are these two plates. You need here and one here. I've seen such fans, a YouTuber, take out the whole air filter, the stacks, the throttle, cable assembly. I don't think I need to do all that. I'm going to need a 10mm ratchet spanner. And with this one, this is very accessible. So here we go. So you heard me go on earlier about the car running lean. What does that mean, running lean? Isn't that a good thing? Lean green, mean machine? Mean green, I can tell you that. But, well, for those who are tuning savvy, what's coming is not subtle. So, resuming, those who are tuning savvy know about running ridge and running lean. It's all about stoichiometry. Nerd talk incoming, fair warning. So ideally, for a car, or an engine rather, to run optimally, it should have a certain fuel to air ratio. It may vary depending on the engine. If it's running too rich, it's having too much fuel going into it and not enough air. If it's running lean, it's the opposite. Too much air, not enough fuel. So the issue I'm having is that at around 4,000 RPM, it seems to lean way out, but then it goes back to normal after that. This is a clearance issue. This will have to come out. Oh goody, I'm not looking forward to that. Let's see. 2 bolts here. Shouldn't be too bad. I don't think I'll have to undo the cable. Might have to move the bracket out of the way as well. Not too bad. 1 and 4 should come out easily enough. Alright, clean the fixtures are in. Now to see if they work. Took a bit more, but I expected that. This will be the first road test post clean. So far no difference, but of course not. here, by the way, flooring it. See, now it's happy. Alright, so that ain't done shit. Bummer, but at least it was worth trying out.